Applebee's.
You come back from Applebee's?
Yeah, I had a drink.
Okay. How old are you?
21.
You're 21?
Yeah. My dad is, Sean Lee.
Who was that?
Sean Lee.
Sean Lee? Okay.
Police officers are trained to capture all kinds of violent offenders. But what happens when they find out that it's their own children who have transgressed the law? Here are 5 cases when the cops arrested their own kids. On the 28th of December, 2022, officers from the Howell Township Police Department were called to the scene of a hit-and-run accident. As officers approached the scene, they observed that the traffic light pole had been struck and it was blocking the westbound lane of traffic. Near the traffic light pole, officers found what appeared to be a missing piece of a bumper from the vehicle that struck the pole.
Yeah, there's a white bumper here. Please be advised, we have a white bumper. Yeah. Yep.
From, Applebee's.
You come back from Applebee's?
Yeah, I had a drink.
Okay. How old are you?
21.
You're 21?
Yeah. My dad is, Sean Lee.
Who was that?
Sean Lee.
Sean Lee? Okay.
Teresa tells them she only had one drink, but her mannerisms and gestures tell another story. One interesting thing to note is that this is the first time she brings up the fact that her dad is a sheriff's officer, John Lee. However, this is not the first time she will be hoping to capitalize on her father's post, as previously, she had struck a deer in Pennsylvania and asked to call her father.
Did you hit that pole that's over there?
No.
You hit the utility pole?
Yeah, anything.
Because your bumper's in the middle of the road.
No, I hit the, so do you see this side?
Yeah.
I hit this.
Okay.
At my,
How long ago?
like about a month ago, my ex's.
Okay.
Because he broke up with me and I broke up with him. And
Alright, go hang out back over there. Keep your hands in your pockets, please.
When asked whether she has hit the pole with her car, Teresa promptly denies it and tries to swing the story around another accident. But she won't be getting off so easily.
So,
Yes.
let me ask you again.
Yeah.
You left Applebee's.
Yeah, I left Applebee's.
You cut through the plaza. You came out by Lowe's and Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Did you hit the traffic pole that's right there?
No, I did not hit the traffic pole.
Do you not remember hitting a traffic pole?
I did not hit the traffic pole, I promise you.
So your bumper's in the middle of the road over there and there's a pole down.
This part was hanging off already because I already hit something.
Okay.
When I hit a deer in Pennsylvania because I go to school in and this part was hanging off already.
Okay. Do you smoke marijuana recreationally?
No.
Her story does not add up nor align with the events, and the officers do not buy it either. They continue to press her, but Teresa stays stubborn in her stance and tries to mix up 2 different accidents, saying that a deer caused damage to the bumper. She also becomes highly emotional and dismissive when the officer brings up the topic of marijuana.
Listen, are you just scared you're going to get tickets or something?
Yes.
Is that all it is?
Yes.
So you want to just tell the truth?
Yes, I'm telling you the
So
truth.
when after Applebee's, did you hit a traffic pole?
I think I hit something. I remember hitting something.
You can't miss it. It lights up. It's red, green, and yellow.
I remember hitting something after Applebee's. But
Okay.
I'm saying, like,
And then did you drive away because you're scared because you had maybe had one drink and you think you're drunk?
Yeah.
And you might get arrested, but you don't seem like you're drunk?
Yes.
Is that what's going on? So you drove away because you're scared?
Yes.
So you might get some tickets and maybe you might get arrested? Is that why?
Yes.
Okay, so now we're starting to tell the truth, right?
I remember hitting something, but I remember, like from before this, I already hit something.
And leaving the
I
scene of
hit
the crash.
I hit a curb.
You hit a traffic signal.
No, I hit a curb.
Yeah, you went up the curb, you hit the traffic signal fell down, and you
I
left.
was texting.
Teresa becomes increasingly agitated and reveals that she drove away from the incident in fear of being detained while drunk. Her confession is only half truth and half lie, as she chooses to say she hit the curb instead. But she gets herself into further trouble by claiming the accident happened because she was on the phone, texting while driving.
Hey, so what's your dad's name?
John?
John?
You're trying to get caught up.
Yeah.
But,
This is John, right?
you guys look into the vehicle, you run up this head.
Hey, John, how are you? So your daughter hit a traffic wall and an airport pineapple. Okay, did she get into a crash in Pennsylvania?
She did.
Okay. Okay.
She did, yes.
Okay, what was the deal with that crash? Where's the damage on the car?
Okay, the damage on the car there, I think, if I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, it was like the front right bumper, and down the side there was some denting and
The officers finally call the girl's father, Sheriff Officer John Lee, and brief him on the current situation. The sheriff listens to the officer and confirms that the deer story is in fact true, but as supportive as he is, he does not trade his morality for anything, not even for the sake of his own blood.
That's okay. Yeah, I put everything here. Okay. So what's up? So what she's saying, like, and where the damage was and everything, just doesn't really make too much sense. So tried to get some more information out of her. The other black piece, obviously.
Yeah, no, it was more than that. I mean, that's more than it was.
Okay. Yeah. So for the other one, was it just like the bumper wasn't hanging like that?
Yeah, no. So what it was is basically this was intact.
Okay.
This piece was missing, but these scratches here, that's all from the deer that she tried to avoid.
When Officer John Lee gets to the scene, he quickly realizes that the damage to the car is not only from the deer accident in. At this point, he sets aside his family connection and bias, and calmly explains to the officers what the original damage looked like.
Who was the who's the officer?
So right now, this is going to be my call. Okay. Supervisor's coming out.
Okay, gotcha.
He's going to be providing all the details.
Okay, who's your supervisor?
Sergeant John.
Not that I'm not, dude. I'm just asking.
I got it.
So what is it looking like now?
He then questions the officers about their supervisor, which appears to unsettle the deployed cops because in their line of work, it is fairly common for officers to abuse their authority by siding with their families. So the officers are visibly on the edge.
So Rugas, if she goes down Nate's Mill.
Just to apprise you of something, I got off work, left shift, I'm on the warrant squad, right? So I just want to show you this so you can see it. I don't know what time you initiated the stop. You home 10:39. So what time did you stop her at? Because she probably got nervous, and I'm not saying we know that's not an excuse. I get it. But what do you think that initial call came? Because she probably hit it and was like, Dad, what the fuck do I do?
Probably, I would say, somewhere between 10:45 and 11.
Officer John shows text messages between him and Teresa, trying to clarify a timeline of when the events unfolded. This establishes trust between him and the other officers.
Do you have a jacket on? Okay. We can.
After the tests, the officers figure out that the girl is more intoxicated than they initially assumed.
Base 1 female 41. 17 for Tonsil.
You stop with this shit in the car. You're arrested for DUI. Go ahead.
Have a seat.
Without wasting time, the officers handcuff her, and any hopes of salvation are extinguished once her father guides his sobbing daughter into the backseat of the police vehicle. She is then taken to the police station, where her blood alcohol proportion is checked, and the results show a blood alcohol concentration of 0.172%, which is more than double the legal limit. As a result, she was charged with operating under the influence, reckless driving, failure to report an accident, and leaving the scene of an accident. However, not every police officer is a nobleman like John Lee. In November 2022, Kenneth Adams, son of a corrupt commissioner, Bruce Adams, is pulled over by an officer for running a stop sign and not having his turn signal turned on.
How's it going?
Good. What did I do wrong?
Good. So the reason I stopped you is you didn't come to a complete stop at the stop sign?
I did.
And then you didn't have your turn signal on. Okay.
I know for a fact I had my turn signal on.
Okay.
That's why I was surprised you're...
When confronted by the officers, Kenneth blatantly denies the accusations, but the officers come across something surprising when they run his ID through the system.
Look up there. Step out. Oh no, we place an arrest for a warrant. But he has active.
The officers find out that Adams has an active arrest warrant for burglary and theft, but he continues denying every charge, saying that he did not violate any rules.
Can I get you to step out of the vehicle with me?
What are you doing? No, what's going on? Seriously, what's going on?
You have a warrant. But it's on our system right now. You have an active warrant out of 7th District Court here in San Juan.
I've gone to, no, that's incorrect.
Okay.
I've gone
well, it's on our system right now.
Well,
I'm not going to argue with you about it. You're going to go to jail tonight on that warrant, okay?
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I don't. Excuse me, like, no.
Okay.
This is, dude, this is absurd.
Mr. Adams, you do have an active warrant for your arrest.
And, who issued the warrant, though?
The courts have it issued.
For what, though? Because I've gone to court for everything. There should not be an active warrant.
Adams claims that he has already been to court for all of the enlisted charges and refuses to step out of the car. The man seems to be making up an excuse because the police systems get updated as soon as a pending court appearance is submitted, so the officers do not buy it and continue with the protocol.
My question is who... This is a joke. This is seriously the biggest joke I've ever heard of. When you turned on your lights, I knew there was some bullshit going on.
It was issued October 13th.
For what?
This year. That's when the warrant was issued.
For what?
It has some felony charges, burglary charges.
Dude, I've been to court for that.
Okay.
No, I've been to court for that.
All right, listen to this officer.
Look that way real quick so I can fix it down. Well, if I've been to court, then why am I getting arrested?
I don't know. I don't know what all the court's purposes are for filing the warrant. All I know is there is a warrant, okay? So that's going to be up to you and the courts to be able to figure that out.
Adams is taken to the police car, and the officers read out his warrant in detail, after which he is taken to the police station.
Hey, where's Kenneth?
He's in jail. They took him.
You already took him to jail?
They took him to jail, and I stayed here with the car.
Why?
For a warrant.
Who do I call to find out?
To find out the warrant?
You're a police officer. Tell me who I call to find out why he's...
This stuff, Bruce. You understand that? Okay. That's the warrant. Okay, so it says warrant status active, offense burglary, burglary, theft, criminal mischief, burglary of a vehicle, burglary of a vehicle, burglary of a vehicle.
He's already been to court over that.
Criminal trespass, normal 7th District Court, Monticello. Bruce, we don't have anything to do with that. All we know is that the warrant issues a current. That the court issues a warrant. What do you want me to do?
I want you to turn him loose.
I can't turn him loose, Bruce.
Who can?
Nobody can. He's been arrested for a warrant. The courts can.
And the warrant's false.
Huh? The warrant's not.
The officer reads out the warrant to Bruce, who is the commissioner of the local area. He insists on the fact that Adams has already been to court for the mentioned charges and has a plea and abeyance on all of these.
Me to sue the son of a county sheriff because he arrested my kid on a false warrant?
Later, Bruce makes an unethical and unprofessional request of asking the officers to cut his son loose. When the officer denies his command, Bruce becomes even more agitated, threatening to sue the county sheriff. It is clear that this is not the first time he has abused his power as the county commissioner. If you thought that Bruce was an awfully corrupt officer, then you are not ready to meet the psychotic father of the next kid. On the 16th of April, 2018, a police officer, John Kovach Jr., initiates a mysterious traffic stop on his daughter's boyfriend. He is unaccepting of his daughter, Caitlin's, relationship with her black boyfriend, and forcibly interferes in their personal affair by driving to a neighborhood while tracking his daughter's laptop.
You can get out. You're going to jail. Get out. Have a seat in my car. We'll make shit up as we go.
He spots the boyfriend's car and immediately pulls it over illegally, as 18-year-old Makai Coleman was not breaking any law. When the officer commands him to leave the car, Makai rightfully asks for the reason, and the officer Kovach's response is bone-chilling, as he says, "We'll make shit up as we go," implying that he will frame the innocent man for a made-up charge. Makai's fate is hanging off of the whims of the officer, and things get really bad for him really fast.
Any guns, knives, weed on you? What's that?
Obviously.
Go ahead and get smart before I can do something to you, even more.
121 and 124.
I think I'm playing with you. Have a seat.
25 Overland.
Officer Kovac leads Mackay into the back seat of his police car, and after asking him the routine questions, he proceeds to threaten him. At this point, his unprofessionalism is glaringly obvious, and it seems that nothing can hinder his evil plan. But just then, from the side angle of his eye, Kovac spots something.
My daughter in there?
No. You would like to check? She's not here.
Why is her computer there?
I just come home and making dinner. My kids went to Walmart. Why would your daughter be in my house?
I don't know. You know, so if I check and you're lying to me, you're going to jail.
You could check, and I'm not lying to you. So if I'm not lying, I don't know why you're accusing me of that. I don't have to lie to her.
Well, I was told she was here. So if I check,
I know you.
and
I have any reason to lie to you.
well, that boy's been harboring her. Okay, I heard she was suicidal. All right.
I don't know anything about what's going on.
Catlin's friend's mother, Gloria Morales, gets out of her house and confronts the officer. But with an aggressive and hostile tone, Officer Kovac accuses her of hiding his daughter in the house. Moreover, he even threatened to take her to jail if she lies to him.
My seatbelt on.
Oh, you did.
Yes, I did.
You can plead not guilty and you can go to court then.
I had my seatbelt on.
Go back in your house.
No, I don't have to get to my house.
Oh, you do.
It's also going to look very interesting when you go to court and I fight that ticket. How I'm going to tell the judge that you came to my house. You asked
You're being
me,
disorderly. Would you like to jail?
You're making this
You're being
personal.
disorderly.
How am I being disorderly?
She wasn't wearing a seatbelt.
I was wearing my seatbelt. How am I being disorderly? You're making this personal. You wanted to get my daughter because you think your daughter is in my house.
No, she wasn't wearing a seatbelt.
Whatever is going in your personal
It's on
life,
video.
You shouldn't take her with a uniform.
It's on video.
Okay? It is personal.
It's on
because
video.
You see, when you accuse me of your daughter
You're
being
being
in my
disorderly.
house,
Would you like to?
How am I being disorderly?
I'm trying to conduct an investigation. You're obstructing me. You're obstructing me.
For your daughter, and you're using police time.
You're obstructing me.
Time.
This is your last warning.
I'm going to call 911.
Call 911. I am.
So let's call 911.
Call 911. You're going to jail.
Because I'm calling 911. It is my right to
No,
call
this is not an emergency.
You're using department time to look for your daughter.
No, I'm not. Well, I'm allowed to. Go ahead with your mom. I'm letting her go with you.
He further abuses his authority and threatens to charge Catlin's friend with a ticket for not wearing a seatbelt, which is yet another accusation he made up. The continuous threats from his side escalate the situation, and the mother refuses to cooperate any longer and attempts to call 911 on him.
She's in the car. I didn't even see you. Get out of the car. Get in my car. Go ahead, you guys are good. Ma'am, they could go with you. Get in my car.
He spots Catlin hiding in the back of Coleman's car, and he thunders over to her side, opens the door, and orders her to get out. What happens next is nothing short of horror.
You can't. You can't take me. I am 18.
Goodbye.
You can't take her in. She's an adult.
Goodbye.
Hey, well, you can get back in the car. You're in the car.
No, you're not. Get in my car.
Why are you taking me?
Get in my car.
Why are you taking me? You have to give me a reason. By law, why are you pushing me? Why are you fucking pushing me? Why are you doing this? Turn on your camera, my guy. Turn it on.
Get in my car.
You can't arrest me for no reason. You can't. You can't.
Treatment. Knock it off.
You don't want me.
Officer Kovac can be seen pushing Catlin inside the back of his car as she tries to physically resist. She screams out in panic, reminding her father that she is an adult and has her own rights, but he does not seem to care about that fact.
Yeah, she did nothing.
I'm an adult!
Get in the car.
Why are you putting her in the car?
She was suicidal yesterday.
I was not! You weren't even with me yesterday!
Friday. Get in the car.
Friday, I was not!
Get in the car.
I
got video proof with me all day. Get in the car. You're not harboring a fugitive. She's an adult. She has no risk. She has no reason to be this anymore. She's gone. Get in the car.
I'm not. I was going home to her mother, but you're ruining it.
Breaking all the possible limits of professionalism, Officer Kovac literally kidnaps his own daughter. Coleman makes a desperate attempt to save his girlfriend, but the officer takes her away regardless, once again lying that he's taking Catelyn for a mental checkup.
She's going to the hospital. She's going for what?
Don't get me!
For what? Tell me why she's going to the hospital, because you think of what? She's going to the hospital because she said she was going to kill herself Friday.
No, I didn't!
Where
I did not!
Text message, anything?
I did not!
Yes.
What?
You have anything?
I did not!
Anguished and in despair, Coleman watches as Officer Kovac drives off with Catelyn in the back of his car. However, he did end up facing the consequences for his actions and was served justice when the internal affairs of the police department fired him for breaking the department's standards of conduct. Unlike him, Officer John Mina stayed miles away from his son's personal affairs. On the 13th of August, 2022, officers responded to a call about a possible disabled vehicle. When they got to the scene, they found Chase Mina, the adult son of an Orange County Sheriff Officer, John Mina. But he was not in his senses. Chase was found slumped over and asleep at the steering wheel of a parked Ford F-250 truck with 2 open beer containers and the cup holders inside the vehicle.
Where are you? Where? Are you able to step out with me? Yeah. That's not cool. Easy, buddy. Oh, man. You okay? Let's just step towards the back of the car, okay? There you go. What's going on, man?
Trying to leave the whole ride home.
Yeah? Where are you coming from?
Leave the ride home.
Where are you coming from?
Leave the ride home, man. No, leave the ride home.
Okay, I don't understand what you're saying. You're trying to get a ride home?
Chase Mina's slurry speech shows that he is clearly and heavily drunk, to the point that he cannot even properly formulate words, nor understand what the officer is saying. He keeps saying that he needs a ride home without telling the officer what is going on. And after repeating the same phrases a few times, the officers ask for his ID card.
Leave the ride home. The ride home.
The ride home?
Yeah.
Okay, where are you coming from?
The ride home.
Is that the name of a bar?
Home. No, yeah, the ride home. Like,
where is this?
Winter Garden, ride home.
Okay, where are you headed to?
My house.
Okay, where's your house?
Right here.
Okay, gotcha. Do you have your ID on you?
Yeah.
For sure. If you don't have it on you, it's okay. You can just, we'll get your name, date of birth. It's okay, man. Just give us your name, date of birth. Stay out of the truck for me right now. That's your date of birth?
Yep.
Okay. And what's your name?
Chase Mina.
Chase what?
Mina. M-I-N-A.
Alright, don't lose your stuff here, bud.
Well, I mean...
He is intoxicated enough to not even handle his money properly. Both officers are also observing his behavior, and shortly they confront him about it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Chase, so the reason why we pulled you out of the car, well, first of all, we found you asleep at the light. You know how long you've been there?
Nope.
Okay, a minute, okay. Have you been drinking tonight at all? A little bit? Okay. So right now, the concern is for your ability to drive. So I'm just going to ask you, would you be willing to answer some questions? Would you be willing to do some sobriety exercises for us tonight?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
He shockingly refuses to offer a field sobriety test, which can result in suspension of his driver's license. But that's not all. Since he refused to provide information regarding the officer's suspicion, they are now forced to make a decision, with or without field sobriety tests. Considering the fact that he had trouble standing up straight, spoke slurry speech, had bloodshot eyes, and his car literally reeked of alcohol, the officers decided to arrest him.
The field sobriety exercises, if you don't want to do those, you don't have to. But right now, you're asking us to base our decision on your ability to drive on what we've seen so far. And what we've seen so far is you asleep in the vehicle, you reek of alcohol, it's obviously been drinking. You told us that you came from the bar. So I just want to present you the opportunity again. Would you like to do field sobriety exercises?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and turn around, put your hands behind your back. Seat in there. It'd be easier if you go butt first. Face there. There you go.
Chase Mina was arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence of alcohol after refusing to participate in a field sobriety test. He further refused to provide a sample of his breath when transported to the Orange County DUI testing center and then ended up in Orange County Jail. Chase did not create a scene at the point of arrest, but sadly, that is not the case with this troublesome and spoiled woman. On the 3rd of November, 2023, an officer was on routine patrol in Ohio when he saw a red Ford Explorer take an illegal turn, breaking the traffic signal and almost hitting his police car. Immediately afterward, the officer initiated a traffic stop, but he did not expect the driver, the daughter of an ex-police officer, to be this entitled.
Hello. So the reason why I stopped, you made that right turn from Pearl to Bagley. You met her at the red light, and I'm not sure if you realized, but you almost struck me.
I apologize. No, I did not.
Okay. You got a driver's license on you?
I actually don't have anything on. I was going up to work. I didn't bring anything with me today.
No big deal. Just take time of your info. Yeah, you're supposed to treat it. Well, that right there, you can't even make a right turn at this time, at the red light.
I started working at this office, so I'm not really used to this area right now.
Right away, she denies taking the illegal turn, which is obviously a lie. And instead of proving her wrong on the spot, the officer asks for her driver's license and car insurance, which she does not have. As a substitute, the woman gives her information.
So where are you heading right now?
I'm going back home. I live out in the rain, so I'm heading back home.
Where's your job at?
It's not right there. So, it's in there.
Is there anything illegal inside this vehicle? Who smokes weed in here?
It's just my car. It's just my car, but no.
So the reason why I'm asking is because I do smell weed.
I apologize.
And
I really didn't mean to. Like, I had no idea. I'll be super aware of that intersection from now on. I'll be way more cautious.
Give me a favor, because we're going to cause traffic back up here. Can you just pull into that street right here? I'll just make a right.
The officer says that he can smell the odor of weed coming from the car, and instead of addressing his suspicion, the woman starts apologizing for the illegal turn. Later, the officer pushed for a search of the vehicle, and she continuously refused, even rolling her windows all the way up and pulling out her camera.
Hi there, miss.
Hi, one moment,
Hi there.
please.
Okay.
So I've got my clipboard around right now. I'm going to cars. I'm going to flex you out there.
Okay. So
That's not true.
I'm being very nice and patient.
Name and badge number really quick?
Oh yeah. If you comply with me, I'll give you whatever you want. But right now,
I'm not going to comply with anything that I don't know if
You're
you're
not.
an actual officer of the law until you give me your name and badge number, sir.
oh, are you a sovereign citizen?
I would
Is
like
that
to know your name and badge number.
Patrolman Venus badge 722? Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate
Okay.
that.
So you've been given a lawful order to exit the vehicle 3 times by me. Okay.
It's the first time that you've actually asked me.
Okay.
So,
Can you please exit the vehicle?
I would like to wait.
Can you please exit the vehicle?
I would like to wait.
Can you please exit the vehicle?
Okay, I would like
Can
to
you please
wait.
exit the vehicle?
I'm not.
Okay. So
I would like to wait.
you have to exit the vehicle. And if your father comes here and interferes with the traffic stop, things could get a lot worse. Right now, if it's just marijuana, I'll be honest with you, we do not cite for marijuana. However, it is probable cause for a search, and we will need to seize that because you cannot have that legally.
Okay, I would like to wait.
Do you understand?
She repeatedly refuses to comply with the officer's commands, and it only gets worse from here as the officer gives her an ultimatum.
Yeah, so listen, I'm going to tell you, if you do not comply, if you do not get out within the next 30 seconds, I'm breaking this window and you're being drug out. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? If you do not comply, I've given a lawful order for you to exit the vehicle 10 times. If you do not comply within 30 seconds, I will break the windshield and drag you out of the car. Do you understand that? I don't think I can make that any more clear to you. You must exit the vehicle. Okay? You can post this, you can think you're cool, posting it on the internet. You are wrong. You are wrong.
The situation escalates quickly, and the officer is forced to take the extreme decision of breaking the window and dragging her out of the vehicle.
Ready?
No, sir, please. I need a supervisor on the seat.
I need a supervisor on the scene. I need a supervisor on the scene.
Yeah, we got one.
I need a supervisor on the scene.
Hands behind your back right now. Hands behind your back right now. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Stop resisting.
As soon as the officers pulled her out, she started resisting, but the officers were able to successfully detain her. Later, they secured the suspect and conducted a vehicle search, which yielded suspected marijuana and open bottles of whiskey. After a few minutes, her father showed up at the scene.
And hopefully you are starting to understand why I'm saying why we're at where we're at now. Okay? Okay, sit tight. Hello.
Hi, I'm her dad.
Yeah, let she explain that, yeah.
So, I'm a former law enforcement, private investigator, and I have an office.
Yeah, she explained that as well.
She works for me, so she called me. She was up at the office. I don't know what the heck she did, but her boyfriend's one of these goddamn sovereign, you know.
Okay.
Well, I yell at him all the time. So that's why I just.
Yeah. I mean, we can see.
You can release her, great.
Okay.
That'll be, that's my car. It's insured under my name.
Okay.
I'd be happy to, but I'll make sure she goes to court or whatever she got to
Okay.
do. I don't know if that has a card on there.
Yeah, we could see, just from talking to her in a little bit of the back of the car here, you could see the tinges of the sovereign citizen, or at least the belief. Okay. One of those came out of the car when we actually opened up the passenger side door. So.
Well, I'm going to go back over to the office. My dog's over there. I got to get him home, and then.
Okay.
But if you need me to come get her,
Her father reveals that the car is registered to his name and he has all the credentials. Ultimately, she was released to her father, but not before she was issued multiple citations for obstructing official business, open container, and a traffic charge for an illegal right turn. Thanks for watching.